It's been 5 years since the finale of Supernatural.
Seriously?
If you missed the show as much as we did, it's the right time to catch up with its cast. Watch this video to learn about their latest projects and get updates on their love lives.
It's a fun part of filmmaking is when you can have chemistry with somebody both on and off screen. And
Let's go. Jared Padalecki. Before signing on for Supernatural, Padalecki had a steady movie career. He showed up on ER and has been in Gilmore Girls for several seasons. Jared also starred in millennial horror classics such as House of Wax and Friday the 13th. But Supernatural definitely became a turning point in his career, and in his personal life too.
When I auditioned for Sam, I had no idea what it was going to become of the show.
Genevieve Cortese joined the series as a demon named Ruby in 2009. And the next year, she and Jared tied the knot. That means that they have just celebrated their 15th anniversary. Jared and Genevieve are the parents of 3. Their oldest son, Thomas, turns 13 this year. His brother Sheppard is only a year younger. And their little sister Odette is 8. The family resides in a farmhouse in Austin, Texas, not far from Padalecki's hometown of San Antonio. The actors found themselves working together again, appearing in Jared's next production.
It was great to have Jen back, my wife, on screen for Walker.
The 42-year-old Padalecki played the titular character in Walker for 4 seasons. Then he went on to guest star in the series Fire Country. And next year, Jared will reunite with his Supernatural co-stars. But we'll get to it a bit later. Alexander Calvert. A Vancouver native, has been acting since his teens. Prior to his stint on Supernatural, Alex had a recurring role in Arrow and appeared in the anthology series Scream. In 2023, he briefly reprised the role of Jack in the short-lived show The Winchesters. Then, Alex joined the cast of The Boys spin-off Gen V. More recently, the 34-year-old played the lead in the movie Double Exposure. While on Supernatural, Calvert and Misha Collins became close friends, and they've stayed tight ever since. For example, they're both actively involved in efforts to protect the Brazilian rainforests.
But Alex and I are trying to raise money for Amazon Watch and for preserving the Amazon and for helping the Munduruku people and other indigenous communities.
As for his love life, Alex was linked to South African actress and model Jenna Berman. Some sources even claimed that the two have been married. That relationship, though, is definitely in the past, as Jenna's moved on with a new partner. Misha Collins. Before he joined Supernatural, Misha appeared on Charmed, ER, NCIS, and many other notable shows. Following his time as Castiel, the actor snagged some roles on the podcast series Bridgewater and Consumed. He's also been playing Harvey Dent on the show Gotham Knights. And in his next project, Collins will reunite with Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles.
Misha, we got work to do.
Okay. What are we doing?
The filming of Season 5 of The Boys is currently underway, with the premiere slated for 2026. So we're preparing to see something truly epic with this reunion. Off-screen, Misha married his high school sweetheart, journalist and writer Victoria Vantock, in 2001. The couple shares 2 children, a 14-year-old son West, and a 12-year-old daughter Mason. However, it seems like Misha and Victoria have separated. And the 50-year-old is currently in a relationship with Emily Farallon. They have been together for about a year now. Samantha Smith. The actress enjoyed frequent guest star appearances on TV shows since mid-1990s. She appeared in Criminal Minds, Friends, The Mentalist, just to name a few. Samantha can also be spotted in movies like Jerry Maguire and Transformers. Smith racked up more impressive credits following Supernatural, appearing in 911 and FBI Most Wanted. The 55-year-old loves connecting with fans who remember her as Mary Winchester. Samantha is a regular at various conventions and comic cons. Beyond the screen, Smith is married and has a son. However, she prefers to keep this part of her life under wraps. Mark Sheppard. The British actor expertly played the King of Hell, but he had already had a long list of credits before Supernatural. That included Charmed, Firefly, and Battlestar Galactica, among others. playing Crowley didn't keep him from appearing on Leverage and White Collar. So why did Mark leave Supernatural after 8 seasons with the team? It turns out it wasn't his decision.
They didn't ask you to come back?
Well, no, it was worse than that. It was kind of tacky. It was like, well, we don't think we have enough money to pick up your option next year.
Still, Sheppard doesn't hold a grudge against his former colleagues.
I love those guys.
Yeah.
I love those guys with all my heart.
After Supernatural, he took on notable roles in Walker Independence, as well as Doom Patrol. At 60, the actor is a father of 3. He shares 2 sons with his ex-wife Jessica, and a daughter with his current wife, Sarah Louise Fudge. Sarah is the heiress to an Australian mining fortune. Despite a 20-year age gap, the two are going strong after nearly a decade of marriage. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He spent most of his career in television, starring on a number of popular shows, including Grey's Anatomy and The Good Wife. Jeffrey has also been in films like Solace, and his most iconic role to date is Negan on The Walking Dead, which he has played since 2016. However, Supernatural holds a special place in his heart, even though he only appeared in 13 episodes. During his time on the show, he went on a blind date, organized for him by none other than Jensen Ackles. And that is how Jeffrey met his now wife, actress Hilary Burton of One Tree Hill. Morgan and Burton fell for each other immediately and welcomed their son Gus in 2010. The actors expanded their family in 2018 with the birth of their daughter George. The pair tied the knot the following year after an entire decade together. Their wedding ceremony was officiated by Morgan's long-term co-stars and best friends, Jensen Ackles and Norman Reedus. Jeffrey, Hilary, and their kids live on a farm in New York State. The couple also co-owns a candy store with Paul Rudd. Morgan keeps himself constantly busy. While still filming The Walking Dead, he also takes part in other projects. For instance, he was in the movie The Fall and the series Leopard Skin. More recently, the 58-year-old guest starred on The Boys and reprised the role of Negan in The Walking Dead: Dead City.
Have you been pushing for season 2 to get closer upstate so you can film near the farm?
Yeah, let's go back to the woods, but in New York. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Ruth Connell. The Scottish actress is definitely best known as the fan favorite Rowena. Besides Supernatural, she also has credits in Doom Patrol and most recently in the short-lived Netflix series Dead Boy Detectives. The 45-year-old can also be heard as the voice of Princess Merida in several video games, such as Disney Dreamlight Valley. Ruth is in a relationship with her Supernatural co-star, Rob Benedict, who played God. They got engaged in January 2024 and welcomed their daughter Margaret the same month. Jensen Ackles. Long before playing Dean Winchester, Jensen was making waves. He's been featured in some major shows, including Days of Our Lives, Smallville, and Dawson's Creek. Following his stint on Supernatural, Ackles lent his voice to Bruce Wayne himself in the animated films Batman: The Long Halloween and Justice League. He expanded his resume with roles on the shows Big Sky and The Boys. And fans were thrilled to see him return to the Supernatural universe in the prequel series, The Winchesters. In 2024, Jensen had yet another guest spot on Tracker as Justin Hartley's on-screen brother.
We're just hanging out, and then the cameras roll, and we go, blah, 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 and then the cameras cut, and then we go, nah, ha, ha, ha.
Next up, Ackles will step into his first lead role since the Supernatural finale. He was cast for the upcoming thriller series, Countdown. There, Jensen will play an LAPD officer who is getting recruited in a secret task force of undercover agents from all branches of law enforcement. On the personal front, the 47-year-old is thriving too. Jensen first met his future wife, actress and model Danielle Harris, in the early 2000s. The duo started dating after filming the movie 10-Inch Hero and got married in 2010. They now share 3 kids, daughter Justice J, who will turn 12 this May, and twins Zeppelin and Arrow, who are now 8. Beyond their acting careers, Danielle and Jensen are quite the entrepreneurs. They co-own a production company in the brewery, which is located just outside their home city of Austin. And that's all we wanted to tell you about the Supernatural cast. Which of these actors is your favorite? Share with us in the comments, and stay awesome.